I don't know how often I'm going to be doing these videos, probably every quarter, probably. So this is stuff that I like to wear, my favourite items that I've bought at the beginning of the year that I've been wearing a lot, and stuff that I like to wear sort of this time of year once we get into the warmer weather. And I might do another one in the summer because there are other clothes that I want to wear. That's in my stash, and obviously I want to have a declutter when I'm reunited with my other stuff that came from Epsom. But I want to go through this now. To start, I've got different shoes I like to wear, and that I've been wearing, and some tops and some shorts and bits and trousers. So the first thing I love to buy is I love these kind of like triangular tops, I would call them, because they kind of go into like a what would you call it, a triangular shape at the bottom. And this is from TU Sainsbury's, and it was a really good purchase. I can see that that's going to last me for several years, because that's what I look for, longevity. I don't like to buy, too many of the same look, but I do like these tops. So I've got quite a few in my stash, so I don't need any more like it. I love that. It's very flattering. It can be dressed up or down, and yeah, it's a favourite. And I've even worn it with like my check skirt that I bought from at the same time from Sainsbury's, and it really goes well together. So very lovely top, and I might even wear that tomorrow. So that's that, and it wasn't inexpensive. So I got to the supermarket, and I've been watching some other like hauls and these sort of videos, and the one I've really got into, I will find the name, but she did like she wanted to see what she could get from like the supermarkets in their clothes range, and I've got to say they've stepped it up something rotten, because honestly that you can get so much for such a good price that whenever I do ever get a chance to go to Sainsbury's, because I don't go there all the time, I take an item from there and then I will stop, because I don't want to be buying things all year round if I can help it, but just staple items that I like to have in my wardrobe. So my last thing that I'm going to need is a couple more play suits, because they're fantastic. They're great to put on, especially just sitting out in the garden. But also I like to have a pair of, I've got a pair of black jeans, but I want a pair of blue jeans, and that should be it really in terms of bottoms. I do have some leggings that have got holes in, but I can always sew them up, so I'm not too bothered about them. And you can get leggings anywhere really. But I wear mine like non-stop really. I've even got a pair on now that I bought from Amazon, and I've got to say the ones I've got on are quite thick in material, so come summer I probably wouldn't wear them, but they've been great from autumn to now, and I would definitely buy more of the leggings that are on Amazon, because there's so much selection now, and even Shein do a load of range of leggings. So I like to buy several, but then not buy any until I've worn out the ones I've got, and that's how I put my wardrobe together. And then the other thing I've talked about, so I have some jumpers on Amazon of my own, and this is one called Be Kind, and there's a campaign that I've been doing. If you see my tweets on my Twitter page, it just says Be Kind, and I've got a black one and a grey one. You can get there's other tops just like this available, and jumpers, and this is brilliant. Again, I can wear it all year round. And it's like today, it's supposed to be May Day today, and the wind is something rotten, so I was going to go out today, but I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow, because I'm one of those people that when I've stayed in, it's been nice and sunny, and then as soon as I want to go out, it decides that the weather's going to turn. So that is me in a nutshell. Thank God for online shops. Anyway, but that's a jumper I love wearing. It's been my favourite jumper that I've had this year, and is an ultimate favourite, and I love them. And I would, if I had them in more colours, I would definitely invest in them, because they will last me again several summers, and to be honest, come winter time, I won't need any jumpers this year. I won't need any sort of winter clothes. I've got plenty. And that's how I save when I clothes buy. I look for clothes that I can wear all year round, really. I mean, like the play suits, I can still wear them winter time, but indoors, obviously. So, and that's why I like to have a few of them in my stash. So the black one, which I love wearing, and it's just so easy, just a one-piece item, you know, and then it's done, you know. So, and the other thing is, I always have to have a pair of black trousers, and I'm after a pair of grey trousers, because I love having a pair of grey smart trousers, black or grey. They're my two colours that I always look for. And I've got these from Marks and Spencer's. Marks and Spencer's and Debenhams are my go-to shops when it comes to needing trousers, because I've bought ones from like New Look, but where the crotches are fun, sometimes where they've sewed, they haven't sewed it. The cotton that they've used is obviously not strong, because I've noticed that they've come away in the wash. So I don't buy trousers from a place like New Look, because I find that they don't wash very well. But Marks and Spencer's is a store I'll always go to, because obviously there's going to be no more Debenhams, which I'm gutted about, because I love Debenhams. And I don't mind paying a bit extra for trousers if they're going to last me for like 10 years, then, you know, I'll pay for that, pay for those trousers. Because trousers, I mean, I wouldn't spend. I still have a budget. When it comes to buying items, I have a budget per item, and of how much I'm willing to spend on that item. Even if I don't write it down, I've got my head. So I don't like to spend any more than like 35 quid for a pair of trousers. That is my cut-off price. But I also don't go for generally raw cheap trousers, because they don't last very long, especially when it comes to washing, and they go bubbly, you know. I hate that. So I would definitely keep buying my trousers from Marks and Spencer's, because they are, the way they make their trousers is second to none to other retailers. But I mean, I would like to try to see, and I've looked on Boohoo and things like Shein. Now Shein has been my favourite online store this year. It's been an eye opener, but some of their trousers are a bit too trendy for me. I don't really follow trends, so they're not really my style. But Marks and Spencer's do straight leg, boot cut, skinny, you know, and so they are a go-to retailer when it comes to buying trousers, and I'll always buy my trousers from Marks and Spencer's now, no other retailer. And these are the ones that I've had. I've had these for a long time. I bought them from Marks and Spencer's. No, actually, no, that's an exaggeration. I have had trousers I've had since over 10 years, but and they came with a jacket. I used to buy the whole suit, which I did in Debenhams, but I wore them so much that they had to be chucked away. So these were a newish pair. I bought these last year. 35 quid, boot cut, which is always the style I go for, and I absolutely love these trousers, and they are my staple piece that I always like to have. I always like to have a pair of black trousers, and I always like to have a black skirt. So I'm going to look out for another black skirt, because it's an item I always like to have. And then the other thing, and that's my staple item that I always make sure I buy, are cardigans. Now I've got a black one that was given to me, because I don't mind hand-me-down clothes. I do buy second hand. As long as you wash them before you wear them, it's not a problem. So, but this was from, if I don't find any cardigans in a charity shop, or it's not given to me by family, then I will go to Primark, stores like Primark or Amazon when it comes to cardigans. If you're looking for a good cut, I bought a white, a red, and a black 1 year from Amazon, and they lasted for ages, and they come with pockets. But I wanted a cardigan that was just easy fitted, quite thin, but I could still wear it in winter. And I actually gave this to my niece Gracie one day. We went to see her where she used to live in Woking, and I gave this to her to put on. And this is from Primark. They do a wide variety of cardigans. I've even got a red one that I wear regularly in my wardrobe from Primark, and it is my go-to place, as well as Amazon, when it comes to cardigans. I love a good fitted cardigan of different styles, and this one is one of my favourite. I'll keep it on my, I've got like a little receipt, and behind me I've got like a little clothes rack on attached to the radiator, and I always have this hanging on there, so if I need to grab a cardigan, I have this to hand, and this is my go-to cardigan. So that's that. Then the other item I love to wear is a favourite, is denim shorts, and these are from New Look, and New Look are good for buying shorts, especially denim. And I'm actually thinking that I might actually go to, because I love TK Maxx, but I find their stores are very mishmash, and you have to make sure you've got plenty of time to search through the racks to find a good pair of trousers and a good pair of shorts. But I have found items on there. But these are from New Look, and if I can't find any in TK Maxx, I'll definitely go to New Look to buy my denim shorts. Now I only buy one pair. I always have only one pair of denim shorts. I don't have loads, because that suits me down to the ground. Because I go on how often I wear them, and I don't tend to wear them in the winter, even though I can indoors. But it's an item that I like to have for each summer, but only have one pair of, because I know that I will get through this one pair without needing any more. You know, not saying I don't get washed, because I do. And I do find that New Look denim, their jean jackets wash really well. They you know, you don't have to, they don't shrink by any means, because some jeans do. I've bought jeans from Gap, for example, and they shrunk. So I always, and I love jeggings, so I'm after either a pair of blue jeans, or if I can find a pair of blue jeggings, and I'll just have those instead of blue jeans. And so, but this is the item I love to have, a pair of denim shorts, and I can wear a belt if I want to, but I just love them. They're great to have in your wardrobe for each summer. And the other thing I've been loving are these tops. You can get these on Amazon for a really good price, under 20 quid. They wash really well. I've got all different like patterns and colours, and I would buy more, because they're a great staple item to have, and definitely a yes in terms of would I buy more. And when these have become worn, would I invest in these again? Absolutely I would, because they are just great tops. They're easy to wear. Again, they wash well. You don't have to put them on a 30 degrees wash. They can be washed up to 40 degrees, and the colours don't run. And what I would always say, if you're worried about colours running, always wash the colour, if it's just like it's just like a one red top, I would turn it inside out and wash it inside out, and with dark clothes, because if it goes, but when you put in clothes, you should always wash them inside out. That's where the dirt, that's where that's the side that needs to be washed more, because obviously you know what I'm getting at. So if you are worried about the colour running, always try and wash colour clothes with dark clothes at first, because if the colours run, you can't see it on dark clothes as such. Or just put it in with like some colour black towels. If you've got towels that are black, put this in with them, and if the colour does run, then it doesn't matter. But always wash them first. And I find that after some tops I have bought that run, that after a couple of washes they don't anymore. So you may have to wash them a couple of times to stop them. But these don't at all. They're brilliant, and I would actually buy these as gifts as well, because they're just brilliant tops to have in your wardrobe. And I've got quite a lot of colours and styles in those. So that is basically my fashion favourites for this time round. I probably would do another one of these. I want to do some of my favourite makeup that I've been using as well as other things. Oh, and we'll do footwear as well. So forgot about that. So when it comes to footwear, I love an ankle boot. I love a pair of DMs, and these are my favourite ones that I've bought this year from Shein. They fit really well. I remember when I first got my first ever pair of DMs, and they pinched my feet somewhat, and you used to have to wear them about three to 4 times before your feet adjusted to them. But once your feet adjust to DMs, they are one of the best style of boot to have in your wardrobe. I love to have I've got a red pair of DMs which remind me too much of Ronald McDonald, so I'll probably get rid of those. But I would like to get other pairs like this in my stash of I like maroon, and possibly I miss having a desert boot, so I'll probably buy another pair of desert boots because I love having those in my stash. I'm wearing a real pair of black jeans, but these are my favourite sort of flat ankle boots. I do have a pair of brown ankle boots, but I will show them when I do like a winter one in the year. So, and in terms of last year I discovered the app Wish. I'm sure you've seen it. Download it because they do have some great items on there, but be aware that some items are cheap for a reason. But I would fault it, and it can get very addictive to buy things on there. And so I saw these shoes, and as soon as I saw them, I thought they'd be great, and they are very comfortable. The only thing was, you see there, it's got holes there, and they came with a bit of like string to tie them up with, but to you don't really need that tie bit at the front. But they even though I've still got them, the sole is almost falling out. But they are very comfortable pairs of shoes, so I would definitely buy another pair of these from Wish, because they are, they haven't worn that much, and they are more like a shoe stroke slipper. So I do really like those. I love the colour, and so I would buy those again. They're very comfortable, didn't pitch me at all, and they're just so easy wearing and easy to walk in. And because you've got that bit at the back, it helps tone your legs. So I always buy those sorts of shoes. And then I also like this style of shoe. Now there was a retailer that I always used to buy these types of flip-flops from, and in fact this was the last pair I bought from that store, and I wish I could remember the name of it. But I love this style. Again, it takes quite a few wears for your feet to adjust to these types of flip-flops, but I love them because again you've got a bit at the back, and you can get a Skechers do a pair pairs of shoes and flip-flops like this. And if you're a fan of QVC, they often do a section on Skechers shoes, but these were from that store which I wish I remember the name of, but they're a brilliant pair of shoes. They again tone your legs because they're made to walk without needing to wear a trainer. I am going to walk in them as much as I can to break into them, because I really want to get into sort of wearing these as my regular flip-flop as well as my others. That's that. So the two flip-flops that I'll also be wearing, this year, are these, and I'm sure you've seen them if you've been watching my fashion lookbooks and videos and what I like to wear. These are my everyday, do not pinch, hurt my feet or anything I like to wear. These were bought for me when I went on holiday. I think they were Guess, because I love that store. I guess that's one of the only high-end designers that I wear, in terms of clothes, because I've got a Guess bag which I've had for ages and it's still in good condition, and I would definitely buy from that. Well, I've talked about it before, so this is where these flip-flops came from. I love the colour, and they're so easy to walk in that, you know, I'll be wearing them a lot this summer again. And then I bought these from Amazon because I like this stuff. So I guess you should had a black pair like this, but they didn't have the Monties. They were just plain black, and they were so easy to wear, and I wore them every summer like the slippers, and I lived in them. So I found these on Amazon, and Amazon have a massive range of different styles of flip-flops, and this is one of them, and I absolutely love this colour, and I love wearing them. They haven't hurt my feet at all, and they're very, very comfortable. So, and I do want to get just a plain black pair, just like these, and that will be it for my flip-flops this year and summer shoes. So I've got a pink pair of open-toe sort of sandals that I want to wear, which I bought for a wedding 2 years ago. So, but I really love these. So check out Amazon if you're looking for a good pair of flip-flops. I've seen many different retailers online since COVID, and there's a really good retailer called Airy Cloth, and they do some really lovely footwear as well as clothes, so look on there as well. And also there's another one called I've got a feeling it's like vintage fashion, but I could be wrong on that. But I will find that and do a shop with me or something on there at some point. So anyway, that's my fashion favourites for today. We included some clothes I love to wear and shoes, and I will do another one for makeup and jewellery. But I would like to do a jewellery haul, so I want to get some more jewellery. I also want to get another couple of holes pierced in my ears. So I want that to be done. But that's it. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.